Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today I'm really excited to share with you guys this deck because it's not only great deck, but it also uses two of my favorite Phyrexians, except Tamio, which is the third one. But the deck is awesome, it plays really nicely, it's extremely fun, one of the most fun decks I have played since a long time, and the results are mind-blowing so far. So we are at 80% win rate because it's stats block, so let's check the stats. We are 4 wins, 1 loss. The only loss was against Boros. So as you can know, if you don't draw correct cards, you lose against Boros. And that's what happened. Other than this, we won all the games, including like very difficult ones, and even with my misplays, because honestly, I was doing quite a bit of misplays. I will leave the games, because I feel that we can all learn from them, and still, the win rate is incredibly high, especially that lately I've been on a losing streak with Arena. The client just hates me, and this deck seems to lift the curse from me, so I'm really thankful. And let's go into the deck list because I really think it's one of the coolest decks lately that we have showcased. Alright, and now we are in the deck list. So, what is the deck about? It's Phyrexian Might, the one of the few decks that actually uses Phyrexians to full potential because of the Izzet's color base. So how the deck works? First of all, we have very strong finishers, of course, Urabrask, Heretic Praetor. It's 5 mana 4/4, not awesome so far, haste, a bit better. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top cards of your library you may play at this turn. So basically you get double card draw for one turn, but the card that you draw needs to be played, so there's some drawbacks. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, the next time they would draw a card, it gets exiled and they may play it this turn. So very similar, but they switch their main draw to this exile card. So it means that they either play the top decks or they waste a card and it gets exiled until like forever. So it really messes their play quite a bit. So, and also drawing double card every single turn is just insane on this card. This will close the game. It's one of the very oppressive 5-drops because like if enemy cannot answer it, like he needs to kill you in next 2 turns, or he just loses the card advantage game so freaking hard. On the drawbacks on this card, to be fair, enemy can exile land and just play this land. So it's more about you drawing cards, but sometimes against controls, like if they draw counter spell, it's basically a dead draw that they cannot play it this turn, right? So really sweet. And Jin-Gitaxias, the most favorite. Man, I really like this card. The more I play it lately, it feels like such solid finisher for the games, and I'm surprised how often this leaves. And in the games today, if you are Jin-Gitaxias fan, and I think everyone is, because what to not laugh about this card, and it's blue on top of everything. This actually had so much action today. You will see so many plays using Jin-Gitaxias. It's just insanely cool. And the reason why this deck works and Jin-Gitaxias is so amazing here. Big score. We have Izzet. We have treasures, and treasures are perfect ramp for a card like this that has infinite value as long as it doesn't die. So, and it also protects itself, so when you play it, enemy just has such a hard time removing it, and if you play it faster in the game, for example turn whatever, 5, something like this, enemy doesn't have mana to double spell, and he needs to double spell to remove the Jin-Gitaxias. The more mana he has, the easier it gets. If he has 2 bindings, he needs 8 mana to answer it. Like things like this, you know? Maybe not the best example because this doesn't counter enchantment, so binding will actually get through. Never mind, but you get the idea. So this is the baseline for the deck. We also have Lier, because it's just amazing in this deck, and when you play it late game, you get so much value from the rest of the deck that is just one off guaranteed. Like you need at least one in this deck. It's just too good to pass on. And the reason it all works is also because of Fading Hope. So first we need Fading Hope as a defense tool, of course, against very aggressive decks, but usually it's a dead card, right? And that's why we don't play it in every deck. But here, it's never a dead card, because protecting Jin-Gitaxias, protecting the other Phyrexian, or just protecting Lier as a classic blue play, it's amazing, and it's basically a 1-mana counter spell in this situation. Okay, you need to replay the creature, but it's still a counter spell. And you can get the graveyard versions with Lier, so after you protect your Phyrexians, then you play Lier and you get everything back, so you can protect again this new threat. And I have noticed that Lier really works great with Jin-Gitaxias, because Lier demands answer. Enemy cannot ignore Lier. He needs to tap out completely, and usually if he taps out and kills Lier finally, after all those fading hopes and all the removals or whatever, he's feeling like a, conqueror. He won the game. No. He's tapped out, and then you play Jin-Gitaxias, and suddenly he has no removal, because he needed to burn like 3 removals to get rid of the Lier. And then your Jin-Gitaxias completely closes the game. And we had situations like this, and you will see them in the games. Like, man, this deck really is amazing, and it plays with all of this so well. The rest of the deck is the standard. So we have Strangles, because they are amazing. We have Expressive Iteration. This is the big powerhouse for the deck, because we don't have a lot of draw. We have draw in the form of Iteration. And believe me, if you cast Iteration having Jin-Gitaxias, oh boy, you just drew 4 cards for 2 mana. And that's like some Ancestral Knowledge level, or whatever the card is called. Sorry, I don't remember. I think it's Ancestral Knowledge. So, the rest of the deck is removal. I do like Demon Bolt. I think it's pretty cool. Especially we don't have 2 mana play. Our 2 mana play is only Jwari. Don't get it twisted, this is turn 3 play. So for this reason, this is perfect spot to have 3-drop that basically plays like a 2-drop. And having this for 1 mana with Jin-Gitaxias is freaking amazing, because you can foretell it's early in the game, and when you suspect you will play Jin-Gitaxias, you can remove so much of the board. It's also instant. And don't forget, Jin-Gitaxias doubles spells on each turns. So the wording, whenever you cast, copy that spell, and triggers only once each turn, but it's also opponent's turn. So you can cast Strangle on your turn, double it, then Demon Bolt on the enemy turn, double it. So 4 spells for 2 mana and 4 heavy removals. And that's insane, because you can basically like lightning bolt everything on the enemy side in 1 turn cycle, basically, for 2 mana in the end. So that's pretty sweet. Shatterskull Smashing. You will see some of the most insane Shatterskull Smashing plays that you will ever see on Magic the Gathering. And that's telling something. I love this card from today. It's amazing card, and you need to play a lot of them, at least 2. And yeah, it really works well with Jin-Gitaxias as well. Like, it's incredible how much it can do. And everything in this deck just works. I love Prismari Command. It really helps you ramp. This is even more important in this deck, because not only it answers whatever happens, the additional treasure will ramp you 1 turn faster into Jin-Gitaxias or the Heretic Praetor. It's also a very pressuring card, right? And it demands answer. This is the common thing in all our creatures. Each of our creatures demands answer very quickly, or enemy loses the game. And at some point they just run out of ways to remove those, and that's where they lose. So Prismari Command really shining, and when you can double it, you can get rid of artifacts, like even treasures. If you can remove 2 treasures just as a side benefit against Jin-Gitaxias that demands double spelling, it's just so insane and really helpful. And Celestus, of course, in the same reason, because it ramps. Don't forget, that's something I learned while playing the deck. Jin-Gitaxias doubles artifacts as well. It not only counters artifacts, it doubles also artifacts. Don't you ever dare to play Celestus as the first spell of your turn if you have Jin-Gitaxias. You will not have a great time. And actually, yeah, you will see in the video. We all are learning. So, Seismic Wave, another card that I really start to like. It's pretty expensive, 3 mana, you don't see it very often, but the fact that you can deal first, you can kill Planewalkers with this, which is sweet. and very often Planewalkers have something like 2 loyalty after using their Manus ability. But the fact that you deal 1 damage to every other creature that someone controls is just such a nice sweeper overall. And on top of the other damage cards, so for example, if enemy has something, sorry, oh my god, my voice. If someone has a 4 toughness creature, you can just strangle it and then play Seismic Wave on something else that has 2 toughness or 3 toughness, and then the splash will just kill the 4 toughness thing that you targeted with Strangle. You can maximize a lot of this very easily. It has some mana cost, but other than this, it's really, really sweet. Alright, and that is the deck. We also run double Hall. We don't really have much trouble with the killing enemy, but against maybe some control decks or something like this, there might be situation when you don't have great spot to play Jin-Gitaxias and you get countered, so this is why Hall is really good. Or just to pressure Planewalkers basically with haste, right, if you are forced to do something. And especially when we can sweep the creatures so easily, like even spiders. Imagine Lolth and the spiders. This is just a perfect answer. You kill Lolth by dealing 2 damage and you kill spiders with the splash. Perfect. So yeah, and with that being said, if you like this kind of decks, if you like what we are doing here, don't forget to subscribe. I really do appreciate it. It really helps. You have nothing to lose, so why not? Why not? And with that being said, enjoy the games. I think they were pretty epic. I'm sure you will love them. I loved playing them, and I think it shows. And the deck is just sweet. If you like this kind of gameplay, I think it's really nice deck to have. Like, you will have loads of fun with this one, and I actually didn't enjoy deck as much as this one for a long time, especially I really wanted to do something with Jin-Gitaxias, because I just feel it's a sweet card. Like, it's a really nice one. If you can ramp into it, it's just beast mode, and that's what's happening in this deck. Let's go into the games, thank you! Alright, we are going first. Like, normally if I had Dimir hand, I would be not happy about double Fading Hope, but we have Iteration, we are playing the good colors. So, alright, I will get crucified for this one. But jokes aside, whenever you have Iteration, it just feels so solid for the gaming, like, it's insane. So good to have this card. So, this is our turn to play. Man, Demon Bolt in this case is just amazing. Alright, and we might get Jwari. We don't have much value other than Expressive Iteration, so I do feel that that would be a bit bad play. If he Jwaris, we are left with nothing, so no, no. Alright, let's go for Consider. I would love to consider my options. Nope, that's not something we considered. Prismari Command is really good. It's actually a draw 2 card. So now we can go with the Iteration. We still have 1 mana for Demon Bolt, for Kite or whatever happens. Alright, alright. So this is definitely hand. Man, Iteration, the most powerful card ever. We do not need untapped land. So we can go with the Hall, because Hall is definitely better against slow control matchup, if nothing for just to kill the Planewalkers. So we are indeed playing against Dimir, the legendary showmatch, and enemy did identify that we do not use creatures to kill the enemy. I like the lands with the story, you know? And it's an artifact. Bro, it's an artifact. If we hit the land, we could go for the Iteration. Do we risk it? Like, I guess if we don't hit, it's still okay. Let's try it. And we definitely... enemy is completely tapped out. Wow. I mean... hand? Library? And... oh man. The second Hall is important, but... it's a shame. It is a shame. Destroy target artifact, cycle 2 Fading Hopes. That's the player, that's the artifact. We take 3 life. It's fine. It is fine. Decline. I do not agree. I guess Fading Hope can protect the Jin-Gitaxias, so probably Strangle is also okay. Yeah, like Fading Hope is not exactly the dead card. It's close to, but it's not extremely dead. Like protecting Phyrexians is basically a counter spell at some point. Oh man, yes please, thank you for this. I actually finally can get some value from my dead cards. Alright, so the first go blank is, wow, that was interesting situation. We actually drew the card that benefited from all of this, and we could even protect it. However, Lier is great to pressure. If we draw a land, we can play Jin-Gitaxias next turn, and if not, enemy sees the Fading Hope. That's unfortunate. But you know, we still have Demon board. That's a removal. Okay, we will try again. Alright, one counter spell down. Because Fading Hope is just counter spell, and this is where you want to play Fading Hope in the decks that also run creatures, so you can protect them. Honestly, I feel that smorking the enemy is good enough. He might have another Infernal Grasp, right? So let's bait the Infernal Grasp first, because Hall of the Storm Giants might die to it. I'm completely not going into the direction of killing enemy with Lier. It won't kill him, but it might bait enough response to play Jin-Gitaxias that might close the game. That's my plan, that's my ambition. I hate Field of Ruin. It's exactly not what we want to see. Alright, that's another land. So, in this case, we are just going full aggression. 10 damage in your face, my friend. Joke. He will just tap out, but it forces some mana, so he cannot cast Memory Deluge. Do we take mana? It won't matter. Like, we still have Fading Hope as the only play for this turn, basically, so we do not care as much. And we need to bait his responses somehow. Unfortunately, here we have the second hole, though it would be the same with the go blank, I guess. So not a huge difference. We need to pressure him with Lier. At some point we'll start drawing cards that aren't lands. So far we really overdrew lands. So yeah, like iteration really helped, but at some point it's not there. Sure. And now, ladies and gentlemen, he is fully tapped out. And that's really good. And then Lier, when it comes into play later, can I please stop drawing my lands over and over? That would be really great. Alright, Jin-Gitaxias, the savior. Yep, we only draw lands and the cards that you have seen, my friend. So enemy knows exactly what we have. However, he doesn't know about Demon Board. It might come in as a surprise at some point. We can also double target the hole. Oh, nice! So he has 2 mana removal. Okay, because it's just to get rid of the ability, right? Soul Shatter. Okay, sure. Well, enemy definitely needs to work to clear the board. And now Lier comes back into play with a double Fading Hope. I would love to have Fading Hope for Jin-Gitaxias, but we do not have room for this. Seagate Restoration, that's pretty strong. Well, enemy definitely is winning in the draw department. So the land is here and he has 2 mana. I really would love to draw something that is not a land. Can this deck do it? Perfect. That's actually a really good one. Perfection. Thank you game. Alright, so we are back in the game right now. This is something we play main phase, so this can be exiled. What do we want in the hand? I kinda like Celestus, to be honest. It might not be the best play, but I will do it. And this has haste, which is pretty sweet. 7 damage. Thank you. Double iteration is tempting, but we don't have this luxury. Heretic Praetor, show me what you got. That's a land. You probably will play it. Not the biggest issue. However, we have the Fading Hope. I think Lier is more important. And this is a lot of mana. Yeah, 4 mana is quite a lot. And he still needs to answer the Lier. Okay, okay. Let's make some stops, shall we? Enemy has only 2 mana. He wants to exile the iteration, so we are stuck with the value. And that was a mistake, because I should use Demon Bolt. I actually forgot I have it. So this is definitely my bad. I like this card. Man, I messed heavily with this play. Hopefully it doesn't go super bad against us. And rinse and repeat. You cannot defend the might of Phyrexia. And look how pressured enemy is whole game. Like, he wants to do other stuff, he just can't. And let's go for the iteration. Big score, definitely. So this is hand. Huh. I guess this is the London. Going to 14 is actually a big deal, because it's a double hit from the hull, so that's not something we want to do. So it's just a land that comes tapped. And at least we will see the draw, and the enemy is forced to use it. Unfortunately, he only gets the lands, and that was it. Like, enough pressure from our side. Like, I feel that he was ahead the whole game, but he just was pressured every single turn until he ran out of options, so that's really nice. We definitely need to win this one. We are going first. What about mana base? We don't have red until quite late. It's definitely not the perfect hand. It's tempting to keep Jwari, but if we have big score, we definitely want to hit 4 mana on curve. So, you know, the crow disapproves or approves. Tell me in the comments what you think. And we are against the Bane of Ladder. We don't have instants, so let's make sure that the Hall is untapped. There is totally argument to go for the red mana, because next time we might want double Strangle. Okay, that's really good. Okay, now I feel pretty confident. Like, we have hand full of removal and some card draw in the end. What? Not to laugh. We can kill Cavalier at instant speed, which is also pretty sweet. Though Strangle seems amazing as well. Oh, it's a Reanimator. Alright, the game just completely changed. My turn. Alright, I think we need to pretend a control deck, because this will prevent enemy from casting on curve the Invoke Justice. Let's check the graveyard so the enemy knows that we know what he will do. This will suggest that if we didn't do anything, we probably have Jwari or some counter spell. So I hope he waits one more turn, and when we cast the big score, it will be way too late to make this play. So do you... Ah, he played something else. Very nice, very nice. And with Strangle, the token is not as scary. Enemy has 5 mana and 4 white, so that's perfect mana. And he has target in the graveyard, so we are in huge trouble right now. Seismic Wave. It's actually not great. So we can get rid of it. It's not the matchup. It's not the worst. We can kill the goblin with this one, but it's just too expensive and we need better stuff. Enemy has planes, so killing the treasure doesn't change anything. Oh! 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 We have the mana. We can do the thing. Oh yes. Can you feel the highlight? Are we doing it? Of course we are. The excitement is through the roof. Enemy needs double spell. It means that he needs spell that has 1 mana cost in order to cast Invoke Justice, right? Or 2 mana, because he gets the treasure from the token. So this is his 5 mana, and this is his 2 mana spell that needs to get countered with Jin-Gitaxias. And still, he only gets Warden. It's not like Velomachus or something crazy like this. The cycle is definitely not what we like to see, but it's Fabro for you, so not much you can do about it. I feel he wants the treasure, but I'm not risking it. Because we have so great removal that is so extremely cheap that we just want to make sure that Jin-Gitaxias survives this turn. And when we go double iteration or something crazy like this, oh boy, we are happy with the result. So we double something else and then Strangle, so it doesn't get doubled. Never mind, we just go double Strangle. And we are with Jin-Gitaxias in the board. Perfection. Honestly, I think Prismari Command to destroy double treasure is really good here. Those treasures are what can give him the opportunity to kill the Jin-Gitaxias, right? If we play the Celestus, we can do it. What? Oh my god! Oh my god, I fucked up. I didn't think that even the artifacts get... I thought artifacts get countered, but not duplicated. Oh my god, I suck. I suck at this game. That deserves an honest oopsie. Alright. So this definitely changes how we play. That's unfortunate. I would never play it this way, if I knew. I definitely should know. But, you know, let's do it the old-fashioned way. And that's 5 damage in your face. Sorry for this, guys. I honestly thought that artifacts get countered, not duplicated. Whenever you cast artifact, copy that spell. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Alright, so enemy still needs to double spell to invoke his justice. And we gave him time to do it. And he had 2 mana spell to trigger it. So it means that he lacks the invoke justice and he wants to dig into it. Oh, that's not great. If he discarded this kind of card, it means that he has no problem with circumventing the Jin-Gitaxias thing. Okay. He wants the counter. Good. I guess we go double Prismari. We could draw some cards, but it's probably not what we want. So, what is the play? We could also go double iteration for some removal. Alright. Deals 2 damage to target. I think we want the treasure. Maybe. And this player gets the treasure. It's a hard choice. And we get rid of the counter here as well. Because this way we get quite a lot of mana and we can put a lot of pressure on the enemy. And still play some spells if we want. At this point let's go for the iteration. Because we cannot really attack into Warden. Our Jin-Gitaxias is just a bit better. Strangle. It doesn't help us too much. So it has to be Shatterskull, and then the second card is just land. Let's play the land. And at his turn we can double consider. Which is okay. Yeah, I definitely do not want to attack. It feels that our Jin-Gitaxias is just way more valuable than the used Warden, however it sounds. So we just need to protect the Jin-Gitaxias. I fear this is his last turn, to be honest. For some reason I feel that he might die this turn. Enemy has a lot of setup going on. Man, I feel that this messing up with Prismari Command might cost us the game. And that's justified. Then the better player won. But we'll still try to scramble to get back into the game after our obnoxiously bad play. And it feels... oh no, he's triggering the effect. He has the Invoke Justice, but what will he get back? Another Warden, I guess. And then the counters go into the play. That's not great. That is definitely not great. And here comes the fireworks. Here comes the fireworks. He actually would go for this even without the treasures. So killing treasures wasn't as big of a deal. Definitely he has room to do... oh, he's putting the counters right now. We might consider into some removal and then kill the Kiki-Jiki if that's what he wants to buff. Yeah. This is definitely something that we want to answer with the consider. Like, still we get the value, right? No. No, appreciate land, but... can I please get non-land in my top 4 cards? Strangle. I mean... it's a card, right? Smashing is decent. How does it work? I think we can... up to 2 target creatures. Yeah, so we can kill 2 of those creatures only, so Kiki-Jiki and Warden, but the shield one... yeah, the amount of counters that he will get is a bit insane. This will be really hard. I guess we could go double smashing if Jin-Gitaxias survives. So maybe this way we can get some value. Like, you know what? We can actually do it, I think. Right? He has what? 1 shield counter. Yeah, and Shatterskull deals a lot of damage if X is 6 or more, which we can make the case. I'm not reading the card. I'm not. So, let's go for if X is 6 or more. Okay, I will. I will read it. Divide as you choose among 2 target creatures. Great. Like, this is actually pretty good. And... okay. I'm thinking, okay? I'm trying. I'm trying. Alright, so this is the first one. And now goes the second one. Oh boy! The game suddenly shifted. And this is the second one. Phyrexian. And we got rid of all the annoying creatures. Oh man, have you ever seen such carnage? Oh, I'm excited for this. Let's go. Okay, we attack right now. Also, the counter spell cross is still here, so even if he has removal, he needs to double cast something for 1 mana, or start suiciding the tokens, which we'll have to see. And next turn we don't have other cards that we can use, so Strangle is really good here. Also, we would have to cast it for the treasures, so no reason to do it this turn. Like, we can only have upsides by playing it next turn. Man, Shatterskull Smashing was just a hero. Alright, and here goes another Invoke Justice. That's unfortunate. It seems that he has another one. In top 24 cards, you know, I'm just saying, he might have not. If that's... oh my god. It's possible he will just remove the Jin-Gitaxias and we have another. Oh man, if that's the case, I sense a salty scoop that I perfectly do understand. Oh man, this Jin-Gitaxias completely demolished him in this game. Burn down the house, let's go. So the enemy is going very all in right now and... Oh man, oh man, oh man. Do we have mana for both? We do? Alright, so what is the wording? Okay, we can copy it later, but there's no reason to really do it later. Oh, there is, because he can use the triggers to kill us. And we would probably not want to get killed. Oh, yeah. That's how it works. It's fine. Sloth. Don't be scared, it's okay. And I think the second Jin-Gitaxias will close the game. If we didn't do it, well, I guess it has 5 toughness and he can deal 3 damage. And this Seismic Wave deals 1, so I guess it wasn't the big difference. So in the end we missed 2 damage, which might matter quite a lot. It's fine. It's fine. We can attack for 12 next turn, which would mean that it would be lethal if we didn't mess this up. Man, I'm definitely messing some things a bit. Just a little bit. Can the game save me? What do we do? What do we do? I think we attack with this one. Yeah, we should just play like this, I think. That's quite a lot of pressure. I could double Strangle. I'm not sure if it counts for the date. I didn't cast 2 spells. Okay, so that wouldn't trigger, I think. Because we cast 1 spell and it gets copied, so in the end, not exactly. That is a land, okay, so he will play it. He has exactly 2 cards this turn. That's a good game. Very well mannered player. The game was really close. I messed 2 times this game, and it still wasn't enough to lose the game. So yeah, Phyrexians carrying us really hard into Diamond. Alright, we are going first with Iteration and double Phyrexians. So like it seems really good so far. We definitely need to hit some lands. Our enemy is Karn, the avatar that brings respect and balance to the matchup. I actually like those sleeves quite a bit. Let's go for blue, because this is the only card we might want to play, the Fading Hope. Strangle, of course, sorcery. We will see, we will see. What I like, okay, so I like the art, it's really cool, but what I dislike about all the sleeve sales and things like this, they don't go animated at all. And I really feel that it's not a lot of effort to do it. Like, wizards are... You know what I think about it. It just feels... And yeah, I guess I'm supporting it, but it was just so cool. Let's go for the iteration right now. Oh man, those are amazing cards. Jin-Gitaxias, your time will come, but for now, it's the land. Alright, like so far we have incredibly healthy start. So we will see how we go in the rest of the game. So far really good. What enemy is playing? So it's Esper, but I'm not sure what type of Esper. Alright. So do we go for this Expressive Iteration? We could go Fading Hope now. Honestly, it seems pretty good. Hand. Yes, we actually need untapped land. Library. So for this reason, Hall stays. Alright. We need blue. I actually needed a specific land. So the iteration was pretty good. And by pretty good, I mean perfect. Do we want another land? So next turn, we play this one. We play double Strangle for 4 mana. Or we just go the Praetor. So I think we don't need it right now. Next turn it's perfect, but right now we are okay. We need some serious removal for Raffin, so maybe we hit something that deals 4 damage, that would be perfect. Maybe we go big score. Oh, enemy isn't going to play this, so he's keeping some kind of counter spell. So it means that if he relieved all the pressure, we will just go with the big score. We have a lot of stuff to... Whoa. The fish. Alright, alright. So, I think it's Strangle. Because then we can go Seismic Wave and Strangle, kill the Raffin and kill all the fish. Sure. The draw is definitely not perfect, but we will go from there. Ward is such a pain because we need to target it multiple times. But enemy is playing very carefully. I do not fully agree with this. However, he feels that he has more value than we do. Do we go with the fish thing? No, Fading Hope is a really good card. And I do not want to have Jwari. We have enough value, I feel. So let's start maybe with the Praetor. We have Fading Hope and we can pay 1, so enemy needs a hard counter. If he plays the hard counter... Okay, I regret playing Jwari a lot. Yeah, I definitely do. Okay. That is... okay. We will go with Strangle then. As the enemy is tapped out completely. It's pretty good answer. So enemy wanted to put some pressure in the board, but right now he has none. And well, we have definitely a lot of Phyrexians, so if he taps out, we can really punish him for this. Well, we would prefer the full tap, right? Not just Raffin. Oh, and he got rid of the Raffin. Interesting. What is the idea then? Oh, he has another one. Yeah, that explains it. Alright, alright. So the counter goes on Raffin, right? We need to double spell. So this will be what? 6 mana. We cannot pay double ward unless we hit the land. Let's see the counter. If it's Raffin, I think I will bounce it next turn. No connive for you, my friend. So actually I'm not bouncing it, and in the end, Lier is definitely a bit too slow. Because of the... Man, this ward is the only problem here. However, we got a perfect answer. Yeah, that's a really good draw. What? How the card works. Any target and 1 damage to... each... Oh, target opponent. Yeah, we need to target even though there's 1. Sure. And that's a perfect cleanup. Alright. So now enemy probably has to tap out even more. And then we play the Praetors. So far interesting. Like, we're on 17, so his aggression didn't pay off so far. And that's the 3rd Raffin in a row. That's the most annoying card he has. Alright. That's Interceptor. So if we play this, it gets intercepted. If we learn, I don't think we can kill him, right? Jin-Gitaxias is a big blowout. All of them actually are. Let's go with this one. He will counter it, but at least we get rid of it. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Given we cannot block, no reason to not attack. Okay, sure.
I hope you're ready to lose.
Okay, so they don't have Interceptor, they only had Emperor.
You're
Very often you have both and you can adjust to the situation. So either he has and hoped for attack, because that seems like a only logical thing, or he didn't have it. Aspirant, okay. Oh, it was highlighted, so he clicked it. Great, great. I fully support clicking all the highlighted stuff. The connive, of course, not great for us. However, enemy is completely tapped out and we don't die next turn, I believe. And this is definitely a good draw. So this is the turn for Jin-Gitaxias. And later we Fading Hope whatever he has in the board. And then when he replaces Raffin, it's way weaker, and then we try to kill it. Enemy has exactly 2 cards, and he needs 2 instant removals that deal 5 damage in the end. Because he plays white, so he has a Ganja probably. Black. So he might have something like Infernal Grasp, but so far it wasn't really presented. Maybe it's just for Raffin and Interceptors. Not really sure. But he definitely has problems right now. Oh, Tenacious Underdog. That's pretty good draw. However, still, we can block whatever we want. Okay. Oh, those were only lands. So of course we block this one. And we are a bit pressured on the HP, so we need to think how to get around it. We can deal a lot of damage. I guess this is pretty good. Because it gets doubled. While we cannot kill Raffin, we will just bounce it. So, how do we do this? Mascot Exhibition is pretty decent. It puts a lot of blocking power against both ground and air army. But we cannot cast it this turn. We go double Fading Hope next turn for Underdog and the Raffin. So we want a lot of power, I guess. Maybe you just go for the Anatomy. Yeah, honestly, I think we just need to smork him as soon as possible. I guess we might die to the... No, we bounce everything, right? So we don't care as much. Let's go for the island. And given... So we can block the Underdog, I guess, so let's wait 1 turn. Yeah, we are switching a lot of plans here, but the idea will be mostly... When we go into attack phase, double bounce, and then he's basically left with nothing. We target this one, we pay the ward, and the copy resolves on the Underdog. So he gets the card, but then he doesn't draw a card and he's 2 behind. Jin-Gitaxias is just so much value and tempo in one, and so hard to remove. Alright, we are going first with really strong hand. So, enemy is full control avatar and sleeve, so it's Boros, right? At this point it's Boros. So the first turn is Kumano, probably because they don't whiff. Okay, it might be mono white, I guess, as well. Crazy diversity. Jwari is really good here, and when we hit Prismari it's just so amazing. Oh, nice. Enemy really has a slow start here. Let's go for consider. I would like to consider my options, and land, even this land, is definitely out of my consideration at the moment. And Jwari is a land here. And by the land I mean it's a counter spell. When sometimes I just talk stuff, I think in my head that I want to say something, but in the end I just say something different, and then it's this feedback loop. Oh, I said something else, and then I go back. Totally normal behavior, right? Alright, let's go for the red. We have double blue, double red. And if enemy doesn't do anything, we're okay. It might be mono-white control. which is a bit weird, but it's still a strong deck. Nah, of course it's not. That's really weird. Sure. And what will you do it? I think they have this 1 mana stuff, and now we do. Kill it. We could also Fading Hope it. But we can transfer Fading Hope into something better, so I think just killing it is the way to go. I guess Prismari Command is better. Yeah, because we get the value. And we want the value anyway, so that's pretty perfect. We have a bit too many lands. Great. So we went through the land thing. Enemy doesn't get to learn because the spell fizzles, so all he gets is 1 connive trigger. It's still not great because he can get rid of the worst card in his hand and maybe draw the best card. But okay, so alright, so it's Azorius Tempo in the end. Alright, that's scary. Let's go with Celestus. But yeah, definitely quite scary. We need to be very careful about how we play until the enemy just empties his hand. Seismic Wave, definitely a strong card here. Man, I really like this card. I don't know why, it just feels good for some reason. It becomes the spell target. It will definitely become a spell target very quickly. Huh. They do not have protection spells. We could go very greedy version, but it's probably not the great idea, right? How they can protect it at instant speed without blue? Can they? I want to see. I really want to see. Also, even if this gets hexproof for some magical reason, the splash still kills it. I want to see how they want to protect it. Valorous Stance is the only card that makes any sense, but then we just strangle it next turn, and that's fine. And they indeed have it. Okay, okay. That seems to be a bit weird, to be perfectly honest. I really want to get Celestus trigger, but it's probably not worth it. So let's do it the old-fashioned way. We definitely need to get rid of all the small creatures enemy has, and we have quite decent instants. At some point he should whiff on the creatures, and that's where we start to be ahead. He actually took the hand without the blue, that's really greedy. And we cycle, nice. Maybe we get something better than Jwari. This seems better than Jwari. Honestly, I probably shouldn't take it, but I will definitely take it. Oh man, I will so take it. We actually need land to play Jin-Gitaxias. We need to force them to completely tap out somehow. And then we punish them with the most broken Phyrexian to ever live. Alright, do we go... What do they have? They have Valorous Stances removal, but other than this I don't think they have a lot. They can pump something quite a lot, but we can probably kill it, or at least Fading Hope it. So I will go all in. Not sure how much counter spells they run, they generally shouldn't. Maybe Jwari if anything. And this creates already a lot of pressure. It's hard for them to kill it because they do not play into like killing creatures, they expect to be aggressor themselves. So first, let's see what the card is. Then we make our Celestus decision, which is pretty sweet. Alright, never mind. It still works the same. We have 7 mana, so we can play Jin-Gitaxias. Fading Hope is as good as it gets, right? Yeah, it's better even to protect Jin-Gitaxias. If we draw a land next turn untapped, we can play him and still protect him with Fading Hope. Not the case with Otawara. Oh, nice. So we got additional card draw. Really sweet. Well, we definitely are going ahead. Man, like those Phyrexians are actually pretty amazing. Like, this cannot live and not win the game in few turns. Okay, enemy is really thinking about this one. Great, I will gladly play this. And sure, let's draw some cards and here. This is not... oh, this is legendary. This is legendary, but I will still get rid of it. Yeah, this is a good discard target, I would say. First of all, we attack. Let's see what the enemy will do. I think he doesn't really have anything. So it's not like he's keeping the mana. I think he doesn't have much place. Maybe he can phase out something, but it's his protection spell. It's not really aggressive one. And for damage return is already quite a bit of pressure. Alright, so now we definitely cast the big score. Yeah, this is basically a removal. Yeah, I prefer the instant one because you can catch multiple creatures with this one or just cast one creature with instant, you know. Sure, I will take it. We could flip, but there's no reason to. Like, Fading Hope is really good against this kind of deck. It's not the perfect card because you optimally want to remove stuff, but it's good. Secure. Oh, I don't think you will have this one unless you feel forced to play cards. Yeah? And another game when our 5 mana Phyrexian just completely dominated the game. In 2 or 3 turns they tend to win the game.